has come over Danny Ray in the last few months with his tag team partner, J-Mac.
Yeah, it was strange. He was put into the match sort of as a disadvantage, but J-Mac came up the winner, which made Danny. Well, tag team partner coming by to shake hands with me. Jim Miller.
Well, I'll tell you.
But, you know, this is actually the first time, though, that Danny's been back in the ring to defend the title since they won them. So this is their first tag team championship on the line match. And Danny Ray has been backing.
Yeah, he's been managing. He's been backing up his guy. Every night you've seen J-Mac out here, you've seen Danny Ray in his corner, backing him up.
And then last week he was in the match, and they did bust him open last week. And I'm looking for J-Mac and Danny Ray to be seeking some revenge on Chris Dalton and Jim Miller tonight.
How we pay the rent, get money, rubber bands, and I keep that coming. Plus I fly from the top ropes, I keep on stunting, fronting, never that, push it to the limit. Mama said knock it out.
And now, making their way to the ring area, the diabolical Danny Ray and his tag team partner J-Mac. They are your UWA Tag Team Champions.
Just got the belt, so now it's back to business. Street dreams, it ain't no stopping. Get us in the ring of the street, we did it pop. Street dreams, it ain't no stopping. Catch us in the ring of the street, we did it pop.
Danny Ray proudly wearing that belt to the ring tonight.
They say politics makes strange men, fellas. Wrestling, I think, makes even stranger ones.
Yes,
Danny Ray and J-Mac, tag team partners, and the current holders of the UWA Tag Team Championship. They certainly are the odd
Once
couple.
again,
You're right there.
UWA fans, this match is for the UWA Tag Team Championship.
Well, Jim, I'd get out of there as soon as possible because the way Danny Ray's looking, because he got his head laid open last week by Chris Dalton, so.
You know he's got to be thinking revenge.
Yes, he does. I know I would if it was me in there.
All right, now referee going over the pre-match perfunctories over there in the corner, Chris Dalton and Jim Miller. Of course, Jim Miller came over here and shook my my announcing partner's hand before he went into the ring. Of course, I know you guys, former tag team partners, yourself and Showtime Kid.
Yes, sir. Still good friends. Don't agree with all of this politics, but, you know, it's hard to agree with everybody.
He wasn't too happy when somebody called him
As we are having
leader.
some technical issues with camera 2, we're trying to get that straightened out.
It's off now. J-Mac opening up with fist clear on, and then a drop toe hold on, dropped him down, looked like 619. Coming, and
no, sir.
Chris Dalton bails out. Jim Miller goes to his rescue. J-Mac come out on fire tonight. Looking to put him away right quick. Referee up to count.
And remember too, Doc, the onus is upon the team of Miller and Dalton. because they are the challengers tonight for the championship.
Yeah, they have to either pin the guy or make them submit in order to get the titles.
He said he was going to take care of Danny Ray, but I'll tell you what, it's J-Mac who wanted a piece of Chris Dalton.
Yeah, and then Chris Dalton tags in Jim Miller, and they start that ridiculous chant again.
Now, Doc. Fans just having a little fun with Jim Miller, calling him Barney.
Good go behind with a big club before him. Now warp your head off. But J-Mac firing back right to the head of Miller.
I'll tell you what, J-Mac sending for the ride. Wow!
Big back elbow. Takes Miller off his feet.
And, boy, you look at the eyes of Jim Miller. He doesn't know where he's at right now.
Lights are on, nobody home. I don't know whether Jack won't know if he wants to give up or get up.
There you see the tag team partner of J-Mac, Danny Ray, the diabolical Danny Ray, co-holder of the tag team champions, with his partner right there in the ring, J-Mac.
J-Mac trying to get the crowd behind him again. He feeds off that noise of the crowd. It goes in, collar and elbow lock up in the middle of the ring.
Good tie up there. And now Showtime backed him into the corner. Forearm shot. Now whips him across the way. Jim Miller.
Missed with a clothesline.
No, sir.
But
Wow.
J-Mac catches him with a flying shoulder tackle. And then a big clothesline takes Jim Miller off his feet again. Big back elbow. We heard that pop all the way out here.
Boy, he nailed him upside the head with that one, Doug.
J-Mac is definitely fighting to hold on to the UWA gold.
Well,
And I don't blame Jim Miller for making the exit to the outside after that vicious shoulder tackle.
And now the Showtime kid, Jim Miller and Chris Dalton, having a little bit of a confab over there. A little bit of a strategy session. And still trying to argue their case with Jack. And now Jack goes over and has a word with them. Oh, look out!
Oh, man.
Brother.
I don't know what Danny Ray doing in there, but jumping on the referee. J-Mac telling him to come on in. And Chris Dalton and Jim Miller both backs out of the ring when Danny Ray and J-Mac get in the ring.
Well, I'll tell you what, you talk about water under the bridge and a lot of history between all these individuals. But Chris Dalton, the former partner of J-Mac, just a couple of weeks ago turned on him right in the middle of the ring and basically betrayed him to Jim Miller and the team. It would appear as such.
And J-Mac going over, springboarding Jim Miller into the ring. That's a hard way to get into the ring. Then
Come on,
warp your head off hold.
how can you
Tags in the diabolical Danny Ray. Put the boots to Jim Miller. With J-Mac holding back. And a big warp your head off hold from Danny Ray.
Danny's got a little revenge, you know, they busted him open
Yep,
here this last
and there he
week.
goes again with a big warp your head off hold to Jim Miller. Kicked him into behind. Introducing that top turnbuckle over in his corner. Bad corner tagging J-Mac's back in. J-Mac's with one of the bread, now kicking into the bread basket. Snap marries him out of the corner.
Boy, what
And oh, what a running boot to the back.
And J-Mac.
He is laying it on him.
Danny just said he's told him he's going to kick his butt, and I just seen him do it.
Boy, J-Mac certainly being an offensive machine right now in the ring. And now Miller struggling to get to his feet. J-Mac. And just shoved him hard into the corner there. And J-Mac looked at Danny Ray and
know what is going on here.
Well, just like that.
And they did hit him.
Oh, they suckered him in.
They suckered him in on that one.
Well, when you present yourself as an open target, and I mean wide open, did Miller and Dalton, it was an irresistible target, and they went after it.
Big arm drag
what
takedown
beautiful.
from J-Mac.
What a beautiful wrestling move there.
He used all of Miller's weight against him there on that arm drag takedown.
Miller came charging hard after him, and certainly enough, oh, there he goes
And he
again.
breaks loose.
Right after him.
Over hits Chris Dalton, and he's trying to get in the ring. And J-Mac comes over, tags in the diabolical Danny Ray, and he double axe handle down on that arm that J-Mac has stretched out for him.
Danny just hollered out some taunting words.
Oh, blow to the gut.
And Danny Ray, not really a wrestler per se, although this is about his 10th, maybe 20th encounter in the ring.
And J-Mac's tagging in, and a rake to the back on Jim Miller.
But nonetheless, here he is, one half of the UWA Tag Team Champions. Miller being whipped into the corner.
And J-Mac put everything he had in that. And then a baseball slide drop kick to the side of Jim Miller's head while he's laying on the mat. Now takes him down, going in for the pin at 1, 2.
Took the leg, almost got a 3 count right there.
Tagging back in Danny Ray.
For all the Marbles fans, the UWA Tag Team Champions.
Time to make a wish. And they popped that that wishbone. Now Danny Ray with a rear chin lock going in for the camel clutch.
He's got it locked in pretty good there, Doc.
That can make a man submit if you put enough pressure on the Iron Sheik won the world's belt, heavyweight belt with that same hold. Jim Miller just bit Danny Ray to break the hold. Come back over, tags in. J-Mac comes in with a boot to the midsection. They roll him up, 2, and Miller kicks out.
Boy, I really am impressed with the way Danny Ray has acquitted himself in the ring tonight.
Yeah, he's handled it very well tonight, I think.
He's wanting to hold on to this UWA Tag Team title.
I think there's a little pride involved in it tonight.
Miller now being backed up into the ropes, whipped for the ride. Going under, and here comes a spinning wheel.
Heel kick.
And he nailed it to perfection. Count of 1, count of 2.
Chris Dalton interferes with the referee.
Yeah, I think would have had a 3 count on that.
And he could disqualify him right there for that. But because of the importance of the match.
And Miller suckers him in and grabs him by the tights, pulling him face first in that second turnbuckle.
But you know the titles won't change hands on a disqualification.
No, sir.
Now Jim raking his eyes right down the top of that. Tags in Chris Dalton. Little double teaming on J-Mac over there. Chris Dalton with a big fist of them short ribs again, raking the back.
Well, I'll tell you. And now definitely a size advantage in favor of Chris Dalton. Kind of a David and Goliath encounter right now. Wow,
Oh, what a clothesline. We nailed that together,
Boy,
didn't we?
I'll tell you. Jinx. All
Y'all
right.
nailed that at about the same time he nailed J-Mac.
He nailed that thing to perfection, you got to say. And now Dalton and Miller both jamming him into the corner. And now Miller coming along. Oh, nobody home.
Oh, he dropped
Drop
Chris
toe.
Dalton down there. It looks like 619 coming. But Miller cuts him
Oh.
off with a clothesline.
Brother, Miller saw it coming, and he headed him off at the pass. Dalton was prone and helpless on the ropes, and J-Mac wound up for it. And just as he was coming to get him, just as he was coming to get him with it, Jim Miller cut him off.
Now Chris Dalton going to the eyes of J-Mac. raking the back of J-Mac.
J-Mac now backed up into the corner. Dalton.
Chop time looked like. Oh, back elbow.
No, sir. And nowhere for J-Mac to go to roll with that punch. He just had to sit there and take it full and flush on the neck and on the head.
Now takes him over.
Come on now, Jack. Turn around, Jack.
Chris Dalton.
Whoa, and Chris Dalton just wide open. That could have broke a rib right there.
Yes, it sure could. Now Chris Dalton choking J-Mac.
Danny Ray arguing with the referee, causing J-Mac to catch extra punishment over the corner.
And Danny Ray really costing his partner some awful damage at that point.
J-Mac going down. Chris Dalton with a drop clothesline. That's dropping all of his weight in with that clothesline. But J-Mac managed to get his shoulder up. Now tagging Jim Miller back into the match against J-Mac. A little double teaming going on. Another blow to them short ribs. And running him stomach first into the turnbuckle. Now looks like snap suplex coming up, and he plants him with it.
Boy, he'll take
Looks
risks.
like 5 knuckle buster coming.
And he nailed that one.
He hit him so hard, knocked his bandana off.
But he still managed to kick out at the count of 2.
Brother, what action. And again, let's remind them, guys, it's for all the marbles, the tag team championship of the UWA on the line here. Miller and Dalton challenging the team of Danny Ray and J-Mac. And J-Mac really needs a tag at this point in the encounter, Doc.
Yes, he does. Remember that J-Mac and Danny Ray won the belts from this same team they're facing tonight. Jim Miller with a punch to Danny Ray in the corner, knocking him off the apron down on the...
Wait a minute, Danny Ray grub.
Oh, the run to smash into the corner. Big reversal. Miller hits the corner, back elbow in the corner.
J-Mac now, no sir, Miller reversal.
And Miller with a that vicious back elbow.
As he floored him with that elbow. I don't think anybody plants an elbow like Jim Miller.
Oh, here we go, around the world stomp.
Oh, Danny Ray almost got him there.
Now, he drops down with a chokehold on J-Mac. And as I've always said, anything you do, if you don't get caught, it's legal.
That's right.
Well, it might be legal, but I ain't going to say it's right.
I didn't say nothing about being right.
That's right, you didn't. Nonetheless, here we are with Jim Miller, the Showtime Kid. Rear chin lock now.
It's just good and effective.
True, true. Down on his man, and you notice he's got his weight squarely planted on his shoulders there. And that's got to really cut down on the breathing capabilities of J-Mac.
There wasn't a match that I came into that I didn't have a chain or a pair of brass knucks hidden in my elbow pads.
Kind of being prepared there, huh, Jim? The Boy Scout way, huh?
Every match I was in, I had a chain or a pair of brass knucks hidden somewhere to be able to use at my discretion.
In this rear chin lock, you notice there, for a while, Jim Miller had J-Mac bent over, shortening his capability to take air in.
Really compressing the diaphragm of the lungs there, and he could not breathe. J-Mac now fires back with elbow to the midsection, and another one. J-Mac now. Oh!
Miller stops him with a pull of the hair. And can you imagine getting jerked down to the, well, no.
Just
Come to think of it, no, y'all couldn't.
Neither Jim nor myself. J-Mac down on the
by the
mat.
beard before, Doc, and I know that hurts.
Showtime Kid Jim Miller now
All the
getting
way
set
to
to
the
go for
very
it all.
top. Oh! J-Mac hit the ropes, calling Jim Miller to fall down, straddling that top turnbuckle.
And now it is J-Mac's opportunity, should he choose to capitalize on it. Danny Ray Grubb couldn't help but laugh a little bit at Jim Miller, but J-Mac desperately needs a tag. J-Mac desperately needs a tag. And if he can get over there, no sir, goes over toward Miller. And J-Mac carrying the fight to him. Boy, what heart.
Now J-Mac's climbing the rope.
But you got to wonder if J-Mac didn't make a mistake. Maybe he should have tagged at that particular moment.
Looks like a superplex coming up off the top.
Oh my heavens, if he connects. Miller way up there, and J-Mac down.
And he planted him, that superplex, but that takes a toll on each one of the wrestlers.
Now both men on the mat. Both men committing their bodies to carry this thing through to victory. But it may be that J-Mac inflicted equal punishment on his own self as he executed that maneuver on Jim Miller.
Jim Miller making it up first.
Danny Ray once in there in a worse kind of way.
Miller makes a tag with Chris Dalton.
Dalton now in there, and he attacks.
You got and an enziguri.
Oh, he nailed him with it.
He nailed him right in the side of the jaw with that enziguri. Now he's trying.
If
Now,
he can make that tag.
he made the tag to Danny Ray. Now
He just
Danny.
made the tag. Here comes Danny Ray.
And a boot to the
Big boot to the
midsection.
There's one
And
as well.
Another
And
boot
now
to the
Danny Ray.
midsection. Double clothesline, take it.
Oh, here comes.
619. Now, he's going to the top rope. Cross body takes Chris Dalton down.
Wait a minute, what's going on?
Danny Ray
Danny Ray do?
just rolled Chris Dalton over and a 3 count. And the new tag team champions, Chris Dalton
What in the world?
and Jim Miller are the new tag team champions because Danny Ray just rolled Chris Dalton over on Jim.
UWA Tag Team Champions, the Outlaw Chris Dalton.
That explains it right there. I wondered why he hesitated like he did in there, Doc. You saw Danny Ray just standing there, not doing anything when he was tagged in, and now you see why. The snake, the weasel, the fink. He goes in there and
The
turns on his own
diabolical
partner.
Danny Ray has struck again.
And Danny Ray turns on his own partner. His own partner.
Ray,
And he turns on him.
Please tell me you didn't just double cross me. Who did that?